messages, Michael. I was just teaching a private lesson this morning.
Okay, you have a good hairstyle today.
Oh, thank you very much. Trying to make me blush first thing in the morning.
Nope, that's true.
Hi, Ali. Welcome back to class. How are you?
Maybe I am fine, thank you. How are you?
Very, very good. I'm in a great mood today.
Really? Why? What
I don't
happened
know.
today?
I feel like yesterday I accomplished a lot. And then in the evening, I spent time with my family. I don't know if you saw on my Instagram, Ali, I spent time with my family and we were singing and playing the guitar. So we had a nice time.
Yeah, good. I am happy to you have a good time.
Thank you, Ali. Hi, Elena. Welcome back to class.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing today? How you feeling?
Well, very well indeed, because well, I have been I have been taking lunch outside with some colleagues. One of them is going to another school next year, so it was a good vibe, and it has been a great lunch. So
that sounds
very
awesome.
well. Yeah.
Glad to hear
I'm glad
that
you had a good time yesterday.
I did. It was a nice time with my family. My uncle is, I haven't seen my uncle for a while, so it was nice to. My mother's sneezing. Sorry. I suppose she can't help it, can she? Yes, it was nice to spend time with my family. Hi, Lucas. Welcome back. Good to see you again.
Hello, Abby. Good to see you too.
Wonderful to have you back in class, Lucas. What did you do today?
Just work and nothing special.
No, nothing special? Well,
Yes,
at least you get to have an English class.
Yes, I'm just waiting for your class.
Well, it's nice to have you again. Good to see you. Hi, Raphael. Welcome back.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, how are you doing, Raphael?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking. Everything's okay with you?
Yes, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Thank you for coming. I'm happy to see you again. Hi, Victor. Welcome back.
Hi, Abby. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. You ready to learn some new phrasal verbs today?
Yes, I'll try.
You're going to do well. And this is a follow-up because we did to grow, to break, and now we're doing hang. So if we have time at the end of today's class, we'll see what we can remember from our previous phrasal verb lessons. It's a bit of a test to see how much we remember. And Araceli, welcome back to class.
Thank you. How you?
Hi. Oh, Araceli and company, whoever it is.
Yes, he's my son. He's talking at that. I tried to keep my sanity.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Araceli. We're happy to have you. And Anna, welcome to the class.
Hello, this is Roman. How are you?
Doesn't sound like Anna. Norman. Norman is your name?
Roman.
I better write that down on my trusty whiteboard, just in case I forget. Norman, tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
Just a moment. First of all, I'm Roman.
Roman?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Roman. You changed your picture.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Usually our family account. Sometimes my wife takes part in verbaling, sometimes of me. That's why.
I never know who I'm going to get if it's Anna or Roman, but I like having either of you. So thanks for coming to the class.
Thank you.
Nice to have you back with us. So today we're going to be doing a lesson on phrasal verbs that are related to hang. Some of them you've probably heard a million times before, but we're going to use them to practice speaking in English. We're going to ask questions, create sentences, put them in real situations. Before we do that, are there any questions? Hi, Fidel. I didn't say hello to you, but welcome to the class. It's good to see you again.
Hi, Abby.
Hello, hello.
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. It's good to have you with us.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you, and we can go ahead and get started. What do you think of, first of all, let's talk about what that verb means, hang. Maybe we can have a quick description from Victor. What does it mean?
I don't know.
Hang. Anybody else? Does anyone have an idea of what that verb means? Hang? To hang?
To stay somewhere, maybe stick at the wall, on the wall, something.
Okay, to put something on the wall. If it's on the wall, it's hanging. Good. So you can, like, for example, hang a picture, right? Excellent. Anyone else think of a use of that verb or a time where you've seen it being used in English?
Could we use it a hang necklace, or we have to say wear a necklace? You know, when you put a necklace on your girlfriend's or something like that, it could be a good verb. Hang the necklace, or just say the necklace.
You know, that's a good question, Fidel. We would say put the necklace, but if you wanted to talk about jewelry that hangs, it would be your earrings. Your earrings, you hang your earrings. They're hanging.
All right.
Okay,
So,
because on your neck, the necklace is resting, technically.
yeah, that's true.
Okay?
Okay. Thanks for the clarifications.
No problem. Thank you for asking. Anybody else want to tell us what they think of or what comes to mind when they hear that verb, hang?
When a person is going to be executed like that, he's hung or hung on, or what's the word?
I'm sorry, Araceli, I can't actually make out what you're saying. I can't understand what you said. Sorry, it's just a little bit of noise. Poor thing. She wants to have her English class.
Yeah.
Aw, Araceli, I'm sorry I couldn't hear, but if you want to ask or write it into the chat box, I'm more than happy to take a look and let you know, okay? Anybody else want to tell me what they think of when a man is going to be executed? Yes.
It's like swinging or swing something. Hang and swing, similar. Maybe.
Very good. Swing is maybe a synonym for it in some situations. Yes, you're right, Araceli. When you hang them, if you hang a person, it means you kill them by hanging them by their heads. That is hanging. A little bit gruesome, but true, and we need to talk about it.
Hangman.
Hangman.
So,
Yes.
So you would say you hang someone.
Yes.
That's the verb for that. Okay. I know, very, but what is coming to my mind, and in that game when you play like a hangman or something like that, that you play with letters and you have to guess what letter is it. Do you know what game I'm talking about? That you are drawing a man, and when his hand is completely round.
That's called hangman.
A hangman, okay.
Hangman, exactly. Anyone else think of something that they could use to... Is my screen kind of... are there problems with my screen? Yeah, there is. I'll have to reshare my screen share. Sorry about that. So yeah, hangman, that's that game where you have to put in the letters. We could maybe play that one day if you wanted to. And you choose the letters, and if you don't get all the letters of the words, obviously the man he's hung. He doesn't make it. Good. Okay, well, let's read our first phrasal verb. I think you guys have the document. Is that correct? If not, I better get this going properly. There we go. So maybe we can have Victor could you please read the first phrasal verb there and the definition for us?
Hang around. To stay in a place, to not leave a place yet, similar to stick around. Those teenager boys are always hanging around the parking lot at night, riding skateboards and smoking cigarettes.
Perfect. Can you just repeat riding skateboards?
Riding skateboards.
Nice. Good reading, Victor. Thank you. So let's think of some examples using the phrasal verb hang around. Let's start with Raphael. Can you give us an example, Raphael, of hanging around or when you might see that happening?
In cold days, it's hard to hang around our neighborhood.
Did you say on cold days?
In cold days.
Okay, we can say on cold days, it's hard to hang around the neighborhood. Oop. Where would you rather be, Raphael?
At home, in my bed.
Yeah, exactly, right? Inside where it's warm.
Yes.
Excellent example. Let's go over to Michael. Can you give us another example of hang around, Michael?
To stay in place, to not leave a place yet. While is a very big rain. What is word for big rain? Like
a downpour or a shower?
Okay, while is a downpour, it's better to hang around somewhere inside.
When there is a downpour, it's better to hang around in the house.
Yep. So under the roof somewhere, because you could get, you could have like umbrella. Yeah, is the word.
Perfect. Yeah.
You could have the umbrella, but from my experience, I get wet on my clothes.
Absolutely. Very good example. And over to Lucas. Give me an example, Lucas, of hang around.
It's like meat or similar to meat or not?
No, to hang around is to stay in one place for a long time, maybe without a purpose even.
Okay, so when I playing on computer, it's very difficult to hang around me.
Very good. It's very difficult to hang around me when I'm playing on the computer. Why is that true, Lucas?
No, it's not true. I just not playing. When I was younger, I play a lot.
Okay. And let's go over to Fidel. Fidel, give us an example using hang around.
Before, I want to ask you something.
Sure.
Can we use hang around when when we are in the street and there is a lot of traffic, or the subway and the freeway? I mean, something like that, and you can move because it is so jammed up, the traffic and all that stuff. Can we use hang around, or is not in particular kind of things? I don't know, because it says the concept said don't leave a place yet, so it's because you are sticking in some particular point of the street. That's what I ask you, or I don't know if I'm misunderstanding the word.
So what are you saying? That if you're stuck in traffic or if you're in a place for a while, is that considered hanging around?
Yes.
If you said that, it would be like a sarcastic kind of funny joke, like, oh, I'm just hanging around in traffic. But it's not, it would be like as if you were saying that as a joke because you don't want to be there, but you're being forced to do it. Okay?
Okay.
So you could say, I'm hanging around in traffic waiting for it to move, but it would be considered a joke.
Yeah. The name where it will be a joke. Of course, I won't tell it.
Nothing wrong with jokes, Fidel. Elena, do you have any examples you'd like to share with us, or anybody else who has not shared?
Yes. Hang out. No, sorry, hang around. She would arrive soon.
Perfect. Excellent example.
What is better, hang around or hang around here in this case?
Hang around here. You could add here just as the location. It's not, they're both the same. Hang around, she'll arrive soon, or hang around here and she'll arrive soon. They both mean the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, one is you're just specifying maybe the location. Good. Any questions about this first phrasal verb?
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
For example, if I say I hang around to teacher Abby's class, is it true, or you physically stay somewhere or place?
You definitely hang around my class.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Or maybe hang out in your place.
You do that as well. You do that as well. You hang out here. You also hang around. You don't physically need to be in a place. It can be a virtual environment, anywhere where you're located for a period of time.
Okay.
Okay, good question, Ali. Anybody else have a question or an additional example they'd like to ask? Where should you not hang around at night? We all understand what it means. So Roman, tell me, where should you not hang around at night? I'm using the VerbLink chat just so everybody knows.
Where should not head around night?
At night, where should you not hang around?
I don't know. Where? Around night.
Maybe a place that would be considered dangerous or a bad idea to be there. Maybe there's certain dangers or it's not very favorable for a certain reason.
Yeah, it's more connected from some dangerous areas in the city, so it's not very good idea to hang around in this area in the night. At the night, it can be some, in some cities there is areas where people not very pleasant, and you can have problems when you met some people.
Absolutely. Good job, Roman. You could have problems with people. Anybody else want to tell me where you should not hang around in your city at night?
Graveyards?
Again, Fidel, sorry?
Graveyards or something.
Why not? Why not?
Come on, yeah. You will run scared immediately. I don't know. It's so it's scary.
I love graveyards.
Why do you say that you shouldn't hang out? Just because it's scary or because you think something bad will happen?
Yeah, it's something scary. I don't know, all that dead people around there. Ooh.
Do you know how many people are dead in the graveyard in your city?
There is a table, a board that it said, but exactly the number I don't know.
I'm joking. It's a joke because it's all of them. Look, Abby suddenly decided that she tells jokes in class. No, they're all dead. That's why it's not funny, I guess, at all. Let's go to the next one.
I remember one
You got me. You got me.
Sorry?
You got me.
I did. You know what? Even when people say that to me, I still fall for it. So it's not as bad. I've heard the joke before. Okay, next one. Can we have Elena, would you like to read it for us?
Hang in there. Often used as advice, meaning don't give up, similar to stick it out. I know you have a lot of stress in school, but if you can just hang in there 6 more months, you'll graduate and you'll never have to take another class again.
Good job, Elena. Thank you. So let's think of some examples with hang in there. First of all, any questions on what it means? Maybe somebody is not quite sure of the meaning of it. Hang in there. Araceli, can you think of a time when you need to hang in there? Maybe there's a difficult situation, but you have to hang in there to be able to finish?
Yes, when you are studying for an exam, like a state exam to get a job, sometimes it gets hard to pass the exam the first time. But if you just hang in there, you're going to get the job.
Excellent example. So a little bit of persistence is required in a situation like that. Who can tell me about a time when you hung in there and it paid off? You had a reward. When have you hung in there and it had a reward for you, or there was a positive result?
I tried to get promotion on my work, and I didn't hand in there, and I got a promotion then.
Excellent. You hung in there until you got a promotion. Excellent job. Sometimes you think you want to quit, but if there's a reward in the end, it's worth it. Thank you very much, Roman. What about you, Raphael? Tell us about a time where you hung in there, or you were persistent or were patient and it paid off.
I'm still hanging there, but I'm still hanging there. I haven't received yet my reward, but yes, I don't have anything in mind right now.
Okay, hang in there. Hey.
Let me give you an example of hanging there. So I used to work like in sales, and I was calling like a company, and they kind of said, well, not really interested right now, but like give us your phone number, and also you can call us like in 1 month, let's say, we will analyze. And let's say I called them in 1 month or so, and they said kind of, okay, we are not interested right now, but call us again. Like, okay, I called them again in 1 month again, and they said kind of the same, only with some variation, like why they are not still. So they had like reasons why they cannot switch to other company, and They didn't say only I'm not interested, that's all, but call me. But they said like because of that we have like contract and some, things like that. But they said like okay, like try another one in 1 month. So like it was for 8 months about I spoke with the same. I have spoken with the same person for 8 months, and finally like he called and connected.
Excellent. So you hung in there, and then you were able to make that sale.
Well, it's a part of a job, so it's not difficult like to just mark in the list like with something, and you should come back to that thing. So it's not difficult, like, but it's kind of hanging there because kind of interesting. Like you need 8 months to speak with a person to.
Absolutely. You need a lot of patience. You must be a very patient person.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, it's yeah, it's because some people give up like on that. Kind of they offended that that person refused or something. They take us personally, like, oh, he said like we're not really interested, so he doesn't like me or something. But it's not about that. They are usually interested, but it's not like right time or something. So.
Good. Thank you, Michael. In what situations is it difficult to hang in there or to be persistent and not give up? When is it difficult? Ali?
Maybe you don't like something and you have to do something for a long time. It's difficult to hang in there.
Excellent. Can anyone give me a specific example?
When you have sex, something about cancer, leukemia, all that kind of stuff, that you have to never give up, but keep pushing. I don't know. That's kind of particular time of your life that you have some kind of illness that it simply can be solved or.
Absolutely. That's a really good example. In fact, that's exactly what somebody might say to somebody who's going through cancer or illnesses. They might say, it's okay, hang in there. You can do it. Okay? Anybody else want to give me an example of when it's difficult to hang in there?
For example, I remember I once tried to learn how to windsurf and to stand on the table on the surfboard was so difficult. So I was falling down all the time. So it was really hard to hang in there because you get tired and you have to try again and again.
Exactly. Very nice.
When, for example, another example, when you speak with a person, like, and you want to go blue, but you have a very important conversation, so it's very difficult to hang in there. Like you should decide either you are a little bit embarrassed or you should hang in there.
I'm not sure I quite understand that. You're having a conversation with a person and?
Yeah. You want to go to the loo or to pee. To loo, is that common used in Canada or US?
No, that's British. That's British.
Oh, okay, that's why to the loo, or you want to pee, so.
So you're trying to hang in there, so that you don't have to leave the conversation. Okay.
Well, if you're at some like point very important, and there could be some like weird situation or something.
Yeah, so hang in there, Michael. Stay in the class, even though you might have...
No, now it's okay.
Anybody else want to give me an example of in a situation where you might have to hang in there, but it's difficult? Oh my goodness, hang in there. And Raphael, you asked if it's there or there, and it's this there. That was just me typing terribly, okay? So That is the correct one, just to be sure. Okay? No more examples? Nicely done, you guys. Really good. I liked your example, Fidel, about cancer, because that is a really typical thing that you would say to somebody who's struggling with something so difficult. You would say, hang in there, or you can do it, or something along those lines, okay?
Okay.
Let's read our next one. Maybe we could have Lucas do that for us.
Hang it up to retire or quit. Where pitcher has lost 8 games in a row, maybe it's time for him to hang it up.
Okay, and I just want to say something. You can also hang something up, and it means the exact same thing. For example, if maybe a police officer decides he will retire, you could say it's time for him to hang his police cap. And that would be saying something, whatever it is that's symbolic of what it is that he's quitting or stopping, we would put that in between the two verbs. That's also another possibility. So give me an example, Lucas, of maybe when you have decided it's time to hang something up.
I think it's time to hang up playing football and just focus on adult life.
That's a very sad reality that you've come to. Good example. So time to quit and focus on other things. Nicely done. Anybody else? Elena, can you think of an example of when it's a good idea or a time when you've had to do this?
A sentence. When you are studying, it's usually good to hang. Oh, God, what was the previous one? Hanging there. But sometimes you have to hang your studies up because you are not able to pass your exams.
Nicely done, Elena. I like how you used two phrasal verbs in there. Fantastic example. Yeah, sometimes it's just time. It's just not working out. It's time to call it quits. End it before it takes over. Anybody else think of an example they'd like to share?
Yes. I tried to use second conditional. So if I didn't get promotion, I would hand my job up.
I would have hung my job up.
Yeah.
Excellent. I like it. Good use of the conditional as well, Roman. Nicely done. That's what you guys should be doing at the level you're at, is trying to use different tenses when you're making sentences, etc., so that you can practice those things. Nicely done, Roman. Anyone else?
So hang something up is like to quit?
To quit. Not all the time, but in this is a different way to use it, and this is how it's done.
Okay.
For example, if I hung up the phone, I'd be putting the phone down, or if I hung up my jacket, I'd be putting it on the hanger or the hook.
Okay.
But this is different.
For example, if we say I hang smoking up, is it true? Or?
You would probably say it's time to hang up smoking. It's time to hang it up.
It's time to hang it up, smoking.
I want to quit smoking. It's time to hang it up. Very good. Has anyone hung up something recently? I'm trying to think of myself. I can't think of a specific example that I'd like to share, but Does anyone have something they have in mind that they have recently quit or retired from? Okay, let's go to...
We are brave, never give up.
Again?
We are brave, we are never give up.
I know, you guys are not quitters. That's a great attitude to have.
We're winners. What's the idiom that we learn? Quitters are not losers.
Quitters never win. Winners never quit.
Trust Ali to remember it. Yes, quitters never win, winners never quit. Let's go to the next one. Has anyone seen hang it up used in a different way or have a question about how it's used here?
Nope.
Okay. I don't know what happened here. We have a big gap. Let's have Araceli. Araceli? Oh, Araceli's gone.
She
Sorry.
has gone.
Roman, would you like to do it, please?
No problem. So, hang on means wait or hold on. I can talk to you right now. Just hang on a minute. I'm on the phone.
Okay, so give me an example of when you might say that to somebody, Roman.
For example, sometimes it's difficult to hang on my turn to answer on verbally.
You get impatient. I will keep that in mind, Roman. I like. Sometimes it's difficult to hold on, to hang on, and wait for my turn in verbling. Anybody else want to tell me when they find it difficult to wait for something? Victor, give us an example of when you find it difficult to wait for something.
Sorry, I have no idea.
Do you like to wait for dinner when you're really hungry?
What?
Do you like to wait for your dinner if you are really hungry?
No.
So you could say, I don't like it when my wife tells me to hang on for supper. Or supper. Just an example. You guys are quiet today. I'm not really sure why.
Let me give you an example. So when I was a student, no, when I was studying like in school, in high school and university, for me it was difficult to hang on for everything. I wanted right away everything.
Okay, what do we call that quality?
Give me a hint. Like it's.
When you don't like waiting, you are.
I don't know. So what am?
Impatient.
Impatient.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Anybody else want to tell me about when they don't like to hang on or when it's a good idea to hang on?
Yes, I hate hanging on when somebody is chatting with his cell phone.
Oh, tell me about it. That's a classic example. When they look at you and they say, hang on, and they're talking on their phone. Good one, Elena. Anybody else?
It's hard to hang on when you have to go pee and the bathroom's closed.
I don't know why everyone's got pee on the brain today. Pee brain.
Yeah.
That is full up of my example, first one.
Oh, it's hard to hang on when you have to pee. The bath.
So what do you do when you have that?
You hang on. Not okay. We'll just stop.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
stop there before I get myself in trouble. Anybody else?
I hate if someone say me hang on the phone.
You don't like waiting on the phone? Why?
Yeah, because I am impatient.
Is it true? I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
Just for example.
Wonderful. Good examples, you guys. Next, and this is for Fidel. Can you please read it for us?
All right. Hangouts to relax and spend time with friends or other people. I read the example too, right?
Yes,
David
please.
and I were hanging out at my house watching movies at night last night. Sometimes the screens came blurred. I don't know. We usually hang out at the bar on the weekend. If, everyone there knows our names.
Excellent. Very good. It reminds me of that show. Has anyone here ever seen that American TV series called Cheers?
Of course. I just think of that TV show when he was reading. Everyone there knows our names.
Yes, exactly. We both thought of the same thing, Elena.
Yes.
Good. Okay, so let's talk about where do you feel really comfortable hanging out? So your answer can sound something like this. I love hanging out at or in or with. Okay? Raphael, let's start with you.
I love hanging out with my pets.
And why?
Because I like them. They are fun, you know. Yes.
And that makes me like you. That's great. I love people who love their animals. Michael, where do you like hanging out and why, or where do you feel extra comfy?
Extra what?
Comfy.
What's that?
Comfortable.
Comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like hanging out in pizza, yeah, cafe.
You like at the piazza or a cafe?
No, pizza cafe.
Okay, very good.
So where you eat pizza, we have here like a pizza place.
Okay, very good. And who do you like to hang out with?
Well, with a friend of mine.
Okay, very nice. What about you, Lucas? Where do you like to hang out?
I like to hang out in some pub when there are some TVs watching matches and drink some beer.
Mm-hmm.
And I like hang out with, of course, my friends.
That sounds like a great place, Lucas. Can I come hang out with you?
Of course, I invite you.
Thank you. What about you, Elena? Where do you like to hang out?
I like to hang out at home and, of course, at the bar.
At home and at the bar.
Yes. But I have a question. How do you say when you have a bar, you go every day or almost like Cheers? For example, for its clients, my usual bar or I don't know.
A pub.
No, but my special bar.
You would say my favorite bar. My favorite? I'm not sure I understand you, Elena. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes. Some people has a bar where they go every day and they hang out a lot of time in that specific place, like in Cheers, for example, in the TV show.
Elena, we would call that your hangout, and we would use the word hangout not as a phrasal verb, but as a noun. You'd say, at my
Okay.
hangout, and that is the place that you typically like to go to spend time with friends and people.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question. So Cheers, you could say Cheers was the favorite hangout for that group of people.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What about you, Roman? Where do you like to hang out, or where is a place that you feel super comfortable to be with friends?
Okay, every Sunday we hang out with our neighbors at our backyard.
Beautiful. Backyard is a great place to hang out. And Ali?
I like to hang out in your class, Abby. And with you.
Me too. Thanks for hanging out with us today, Ali.
Thank you for
It wouldn't be the same without you, but I know that you know that already. It's actually Abby and Ali's class now. It's changed. Fidel, what about you? Do you have a favorite place to hang out, or a place that you and your friends go on a regular basis and feel comfortable being there?
Yes, depends on the mood, of course. For example, on a Sunday afternoons of Sunday, it could be a good place on a park beside the lake that we have here. So it's awesome to be there on a Sunday. But maybe on a Saturday night, it of course will be a bar or a club.
Very nice. Do you have a favorite bar or club that you go to? A favorite bar or club that you like to go to, or no?
Nope, not exactly favorite. No.
So you just like to go anywhere where there's good stuff happening?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good job, you guys. Any questions or comments about that phrasal verb hang out? Remember, it can also be used as a noun for the place that people like to go to do that. Okay? We're in a virtual hangout, for example, right now. Any questions?
No.
Okay, let's go to our next one. And Ali, would you like to read it for us? Oops, I think I've got them confused here. Read
Yeah.
hang up on.
Hang up on. To suddenly end a phone call, usually out of anger.
And this one down here.
Okay. I don't know why I put up with my boyfriend. He hung up on me when I was telling him a story, and now he won't even answer his phone.
Excellent. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, perfect. So to hang up on, to end a phone call. Ali, what are some good reasons to hang up on somebody? What is a good reason to hang up on someone?
Maybe someone talking too much with you and bored of you. You just hang up on phone.
Perfect. Maybe you're bored, so you just decide, nope, that's enough.
Someone preaching to the choir.
Good. Nicely done. Raphael, what about you? When would you hang up on somebody, or when would you think that's appropriate? If you would, maybe you think that's terrible. I don't know.
Well, when your girlfriend calls you, complain about everything, and you say, well, honey, I'm going to a tunnel, so yes, I'm getting into a tunnel, so I have to hang up.
The classic tunnel excuse.
Yes.
Good, though. That's perfect. Has anyone ever hung up on you? Maybe you guys want to tell me about this. Has anyone ever been so angry or for some strange, unexplained reason hung up on you?
Actually, hanging up on someone is considered very disrespectful to that person that you hang up on, and it's considered like the person. So if you are like talking in a business like in a business setting, can I say?
Yes.
And if someone hanged up on you and he or she didn't call you back or didn't apologize, or when you called back and didn't mention like that, it's considered like there's no business etiquette. Yeah, can I say?
It's perfect. Yeah. So has that ever happened to you, Michael, where someone's been rude and hung up the phone on you?
Well, I don't know exactly if rude or something, but of course, not like. Let's say in my work there was like because of anger or something, but because of maybe bad connection or so these kind of things usually they mention somehow like that 99%.
Okay, good. Anybody else want to talk about this phrasal verb? Give me an example. Roman, you've been hanging in there, so you can give me an example now of when you think it's a good reason to hang up on somebody, when you think that it's okay.
For example, when you awoke at 1 o'clock, at the night, and because of your phone, and you answer to the phone, and they told, "Hi, it's a good opportunity to buy something," and you are angry and you hang up on your phone.
Very good. Absolutely, yeah. Actually, I just got a call the other day. I picked up the phone and they said, "You won a cruise." But I hung up. I very rudely hung up the phone.
Why did you hang up?
Because I'm not... What idiom could we use to say that I'm not stupid?
Gullible.
I'm not gullible, yeah.
Gullible.
That's not an idiom. If you can think of an idiom for that one, Ali, I'll be really impressed.
Fall for, something like that.
Ah, nicely done. Fell for it. I didn't fall for it. Okay, and obviously, this one, maybe we could have Elena read it for us. Could you read it?
Yes, hang up. What's that beeping sound? Oh, I must have forgotten to hang up the phone to end the phone call.
Perfect. So those are the two different meanings of it. And any questions on that last phrasal verb? It's pretty straightforward, I think. All right, let's see what we can remember. And we will start with Roman. I'm afraid to not give him lots of opportunities now. Read the first one for us, Roman.
Okay, why don't you come over to my house later? We can hand over. What does it mean? Relax. I remember.
Casual visiting with each other in a casual place.
Yeah, I can't. I try to remember. Hand out. We can hand out.
Perfect. Excellent.
Hand out TV, maybe order a pizza.
Perfect. Good job. Thank you, Roman. Good job using that. And the next one, Fidel.
All right. I know it's hard to quit something. Quit smoking, but you just have to hang in a few months a few more days, and it will be easier.
Perfect. Hang in there. Don't give up. Has anyone here ever quit smoking and understands that feeling of just needing to hang in there? No ex-smokers in class? Next, Raphael. Raphael, are you there? Maybe.
Why is Chris always hanging around our house? Doesn't he have a house of his own?
How do you think they feel about Chris? How do you think they feel about Chris, Raphael?
Maybe they are a little disturbed with his presence, I think.
Slightly. I think he
Yes.
overstayed his welcome, we say in English. Good, very good. Let's go to Ali with the next one.
I've been working at this company for 45 years. Now I think it's time to hang in there and enjoy my retirement.
Hang it up.
Hang it up.
Time to hang it up and enjoy my retirement. Hang it up. Perfect. Good job. And Lucas, the next one.
If you can if you can hang up, no. If you can hang on.
There you go. Hang on or wait. And can you finish reading the sentence for us too?
A few minutes while I finish writing this paper, I will help you move that piano.
Wonderful. Good job. And Michael, the last one.
I hate working as a telemarketer. I have to call hundreds of people every day to sell them things they don't want. Most of the people just hang up on me without saying a word. If I can just a few more weeks, I can get my paycheck and then I'll quit the job. If I can just hang in there.
Hang in there. Perfect.
Yeah, hang in there.
Good job, you guys. Absolutely fantastic. We don't have time for our phrasal verb review, but we can do it in another class before we move on to the next one for those 3 verbs. Any questions or comments before we continue or before we close the class?
These are easier than with pull your leg and preaching to the choir. These are kind of more familiar for me.
Put your arm in your mouth. Okay, good job, you guys. I have to continue with the next hour, but thanks for coming, and I will see you soon.